We're up. Okay, so I've got these things painted. Now I got to put the this what they call anti-squeak on here. So, and I know in the back they decided they're going to do it with staples, but I don't know where you would get a staple through steel. I don't know how they ever did that. I'm decided to do it with stainless steel rivets, little ones, a lot of them, but it'll work. It's a little 1/8. Let's go through here and but about one every inch, and it should be good. So you can see I'm reassembling these. Show you when I do the next one a little further on, but first I'm going to start up here with this, and I'll get my drill together. Oh, shut that off. There we go. Don't need that. Okay, we got this. You do not need a wire brush anywhere near this thing. There we go. Is that here? Ooh, that chuck's get wore out. Problem when you get old, all your tools wear out. This thing here is very nearly 40 years old. Surprisingly. Okay, let's see if I can get myself halfway organized here. Is this the right hole? Better one. Nope, that's a good one. Okay, we're good. And we got this. Now, I had to order some more of this because I didn't know it came in just the size to just do one side. I thought you could get both sides out of it, but no such. Oh, don't want shit. Almost was a bad boy. Oh, don't want that happening. Okay. Boy, I'd be very mad if I did that. I'll go a little further. Yeah, it's raining like buggers outside anyway, so this is a good thing to do today. Hiding from the virus. Oh my goodness. Well, people are scared. Can't see why not with every newspaper going insane. But anyways, let's get this a little tighter. See how this does. A little screw or two. Does this work? No, not yet. Oh, that hurts my arm. That's funny. And just showing you how this is going to go. Now these have a lot of electrical connections between them that makes it very difficult. I noticed that a lot of old cars, the lights are dim. There's a lot of trouble chasing grounds and issues. So I decided to address that with my connections here. So I bought new bolts and nuts all plated. I got a bunch of washers, lock washers, that are good for carrying electrical conditions through. So we have this, got this over here like this. Got this one in here. So see, this bolts together. That goes basically like this. I have to take this one out because the actual upper bolt goes in here. There we go. Okay. The washers I did. Okay, right here, I have, you see what I laid out for a bolt setup. It's all laid out neat here. Pull out of here. Come on, let's make it neat. Okay. There's your nut, your washer, the other locking washer, the other nut, the flat washer, and there we go. So basically what I have is a 1/4-20 bolt, inside star washer, flat washer, outside star washer. So again, these things are very sharp edges. If you look at them up close, you can see it. They go in, they bite right through. They'll bite right through the paint into the metal. Same thing here on the other side where it comes through. The metal goes through here, then that washer on there. That way the electrical conduct goes right through. That's how it keeps it up. My son's helping me, but he's not here at the moment. So let's get this washer. We'll get the inside washer, get the flat washer, the outside washer here, We'll get this here like this. Okay, let's get this. And then we'll drop this on here like this. Okay, so that's inside. And no, that's got to go inside, underneath. There we go, underneath. Like that, there we go. Okay, now here, and up there like that. Be just through in the middle. Okay, here that goes through here. Yeah, first one through. Okay, now let's find the nut, the other washer. So it makes it easier to hold it. It goes on here. What do we do here? Okay, put a nut on here. Get on there, you. Pain in the butt. There we go. Okay, we got this turned. Okay, we got this in here like this. Okay, we're laughing. Okay, now let's get the boxes open. I'll put the rest of the bolts in here. This all got to be dusted off before there's just some dust on it. Okay, now we need to get in here. I'll pop this open. Just to say, I know I'm going to be using a lot of quarter 20s, so it's easy to buy them. I'll just get them at a good price. Throw these on here. This there like that. There we go. Keep this open. Okay, so we got nut here. We got this outer washer here. This is so the bolt makes good contact with the washer, right? And this is so the washer makes good contact with the bolt, with the panel underneath. And then we go through and we get this and this, get this and this. So we go through here. This through here like this. There we go. And there like that. There's that washer going on here. Over now. There we go. Another bolt. Inner washer. That washer. Inside washer. That one can go over here. There we go. Okay, and then one of these. No, I got one of those. And I need one of these and one of these. There we go. Okay, so that one could go here. There. So this should make good electrical contact through itself. There we go, okay. And let's see, we need another one there. Yeah, that should cover it. One more up at the top here. Okay, what? This one. This one. This one. This one. And I got this one. There we go. That should do it fine there. That should do it fine there. There we go. Now, these will be fun because I have to, they're adjustable, all these. All these ones here slide. These ones here do not, so. Okay, so that's all I really need is this. Just tight here, I'll snug them up. Should be okay. That's where it says, there we go. Okay. There we go. There. That top one loose, and that should be good for that. So there's this section done again. It's done there. So that's basically what's left in here, and I have to put the panels back, and I will eventually do the. I'll eventually get all these done up in here. I got to take some of the tape off of here now. Here we go. Okay. This one can go over with the other one. Okay, so we're done with this for now. Now. Look at these now. This is my headlight trim rings off the car. I was really worried. When I started looking at this, I looked at this here and I thought, you know, that's dicked. That looks terrible. That's going to need to be re-chromed or something. And I was kind of, I like this one. You see here? These ones have a little ridge at the top here that sort of lock it into place when you're going in and keep the thing tight. You see it's got a little cut in it. So this stays rigid, but the new ones don't. But anyways, this is what I had on the car. And you can see by this one, it's pretty wrecked. And I didn't see any hope of doing this. So I was at a car show, and I was wandering around, and I just happened to look at a set, and I said, hey, those look like they fit in my car. And lo and behold, they did, and they were only $10. So I got these, which I've since repainted. I'll show you. So when I found them, the one had a piece of the trim ring in here. So it was also looking pretty rough. Then I found out they're not chrome. They're stainless steel. So, but you see here, this one here, originally got two clips here to hold it in position, but they don't have the ridge here. So these are probably off of a 54, I would think. Maybe they're aftermarket, I don't know. They got everything else on them, just not that mark at the top. Neither of these do. So this one painted up nice, this one painted up nice. I got new clips in here to hold it open, you see. New clips. I went down and I tried to buff this with some cleaning compound. That did not come off, so it's not as easy as I thought. So the other thing is, this one's a little damaged, so if I wreck this one, I don't care so much. But let's just see what happens. I hit it with some steel wool. Ah. Aha. That's a little better. So that's what I'm going to have to do. We're going to hit it with some steel wool. Get this, I think it's paint maybe. It's on these things. Oh, that guy's just taking it off there. Yeah. Okay, so that gets it down a little bit. Let's just see something here. We're going to get some 1000 grit on here. See how that works. Afterwards, so actually, you get a pail and get some water in it. So if you're going to do this stuff, you want to get it, wet and get it nice and wet. And keep it wet. Okay, so whatever's on these, let's see if that works on this too. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming off nice actually. Don't know what it is, but it's on there good. I don't know, 65 years of road grind, but you know, my car didn't spend that much time driving around. I don't know. It's kind of interesting, but that's what I'm going to do. So basically, I'll finish doing this with this stuff here. Then I'm going to soak some of this 1000 grit. Well, let's just take a little corner of it and see what it does when I'm sanding on it here. Just take a look. Well, let's try it on this one. We don't care about this one so much because it has a crack in it. Or yeah, this one has a crack in it. Yeah, that'll get that. I'm not going to make it perfect because you can see there's a lot of pitting here. We'll see. This one looks a little better. Not quite so pitted though. I know it's around where I was doing here. I almost thought it was chrome here because I was doing here. Let's see if it comes off when I do this. This is just stuck up there. Although I'm taking this off, I'm not taking it all off. How was I do that one? 1000 grit. Okay, let's take the pits out, you see? Yeah, this will turn out okay. We just got to do a bit of work. So basically that's what I got to do. Clean off of this and get the worst of that off. And then I'll have to wet sand it with 1000 grit, and then we'll wet sand it with 2000 grit, and then we'll give it a buff with a rubbing compound there and see how that comes up. Here, gonna do this one. Okay, so I'll take you off, shut you off for a minute, and I'll get back to you after I give this a good little run. I'll show you what I've done sanding it with 1000. Start with the 2000, and then we'll do the final buff together. Okay, so I'm back here. I've set up. I've taken off the worst of it with the wire brush, or not the wire brush, the steel wool. So looks pretty good, but I figure I can bring it back a little better than that. Not that I really need to. I just want to. So we're just going to get some paper here and get it wet. So I'll start with a sanding, and I'll get this wet first of all. Start with the sanding, and I'll after I get it done at this stage, we'll look at it and then look at it again. But well, you can certainly see I've done a little bit of buffing in here with the 2000 grit. It's starting to come up. As I say, I'm not looking to get rid of everything. That would take way too much, and literally, we're going to be running into a lot of almost a rat rod. Most people don't even look at this shit. So I'm just cleaning it up as best I can. But let's start with a 2000. See, there's where it was before, and with 2000 it's starting to come up. I haven't finished it here yet, but it's starting to look nice. Anyways, back to the work. Okay, so I've done basically buffing what I'm going to do. As I say, I'm not looking for perfection here. Somebody later down the road who has a little more time than I do right now can do that, because this will look fine once it's buffed up. Especially since you can see what it looked like before. This has still got some pits in it. Like, I mean, it would take a lot of sanding to get all the pits out of here. There's a lot of road abrasion. And this has been hitting this for a long time. So I'll take what I could get. Like you can see, look at the difference there. I don't know what the heck that is, but it's just grime. I don't know. It's not paint. It's not, well, some of it's paint like that. But anyways, so now I'm going to go get some buffing wheel. We'll buff this up a little bit, but that'll be a little later. See how this goes. Anyways, so I tried to give it a little hand buff. It came up okay, but still a little marks. So as I say, I'm nothing if not a little bit on the lazy side. So we'll shoot. Take this. There you go. Poor beastie's getting a little old. I bought this in 19. This drill. Did I buy this drill? Maybe 1986. Okay, so got a little buffy. It came up okay, but it just needs a little bit more work. And I'm lazy, so I'm going to give it a little bit of this, and we'll get a little bit of this on there. Whoops. And then everywhere. Bloody stuff. Works so. Okay, so let's get this into here a little bit. Hey, let's see what that looks like. It's a little insane, I know, but I've never used those before. I got them in some stupid kit. I've never used them. Let's see how they work. Oh, that looks pretty nice. Oh my goodness. You have to do the other one, I think. Wow. Oh, that came out pretty nice, I gotta say. That to that. And not perfect, but that is that. Now that's a happy day. Okay, let's see what they look like. See if I can grab 3 of these out of here. I put all 6 of these in here. I guess I only really needed 3. But I was so excited. There's one. It's all right. I got another set on order, so I'll just replace these. I get the new set. There. These ones here won't rust either because the new pins I got here are stainless. Nothing I like better than stainless pins. Oh my goodness, why can't I get this one off? Being a bugger. There we go, okay, there we go. Okay, that one's in there. Didn't want to scratch the heck out of anything. That's why it's so hard to put it. It was too high. There we go. Should just pop right easy. Starting to hurt you. You're doing something wrong. There we go. There we go. It's still trying to be in the wrong spot. There we go. No. There we go. This is right there. See, that one has a cement. That's the new model. This one does not. Well, I might take that out and buff this one too. This one's not as good as the other one. No. But actually, that's good enough. So, another job well done. And I got some rubber gaskets coming from... got some rubber gaskets coming from CG Parts for the assembly of the heater and vent stuff back together. So I can put that on the fenders. And yeah, we got to get back to... It's getting warming up now. It's time to get back there and get the engine out and get that inner frame all scraped and painted. And the suspension part and see what we need. But that'll be for another day. We're getting towards the end of it. Anyways, just to say, remember, that's what we... When you look at that, you see what I'm looking at here. When you look at that, it almost looks like you got chrome that's wore out so far that it's now getting into the copper plate underneath for a proper triple chrome. That's what I thought I was looking at. I did not think that a little bit of work, I'd be looking at that. No, it's not perfect. Like, look, this has got a different... Actually, it's not... It's still smooth, but it's just a different reflective because this is actually rubbed in from it rubbing against the side of the headlight. That's not going to come out until I take an awful lot of sanding. And it's not really necessary because, of course, it'll just get rubbed on by the new headlight. So it's not really worth it, but it does look awful nice. And so that was from that. So I'm hoping that's okay. The other thing I found out is I got some info off the guys on the early Ford site. They like, well, my car's barely makes it because it's so new. 53, you know, is not really old enough to be on the early Ford side, but just barely. They're nice to me anyways. And so I couldn't figure out, this is the rubber boot stuff that goes at the bottom of the inner fenders to, you know, splash guards, they call them. And I didn't know which way this was orientated, so I didn't put it on. It was supposed to be orientated because I didn't put it on, so I didn't put it on. Let me put it on later. It goes along the bottom, and it's actually, if you're early, the rounded part faces towards the engine, just so you know. That's easy enough to put on. So that's that. So I got this done. All in all, it's been a pretty good day. I'm quite happy with this progress so far.